Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Doing some more Magic the Gathering for you. We're doing Modern today. I originally wasn't going to do Modern today, but we have some pretty sweet decks lined up, so we're gonna have to do those. Mr. Boopster is, of course, sitting on this cup because he feels like it. It's like his toilet, basically. Anyways, so I am playing a really cool deck. It's called Black White Babies, and it's essentially a deck based around like Blood Artist, Zulaport, Cutthroat, and a bunch of 0-drops, and then it uses cards like Rally the Ancestors.
Well,
and
it's not the 0-drops, it's the X-drops, so
sure,
0 mana, 0/0, so they die immediately.
They're essentially, for all intents and purposes, in this deck, they are 0-drops. If you're casting them, then you're probably doing something wrong. And it uses cards like Rally the Ancestors and Enduring Renewal. That's what the enchantment's called, right? And it uses those in order to kind of loop a bunch of things into play, and then they die immediately, and then they come back, play, yada yada. You'll see. Hopefully it'll work. But yeah, it's a pretty sweet deck. And you?
I am playing Dredgeless Dredge. It's Dredgeless that has 0 dredge cards. Instead uses all the Demir-colored mill cards.
Got some crabs.
Got crabs.
Got some crabs in there. Yeah, so to decide who goes first... Oh my god, that actually worked. We are going to roll Mr. Boopster's Poopsters. And 21 for me. It's, of course, a 60-sided dice. 59! Good lord. All right. So you'll be going first, and we will see you in Game 1. All right, Game 1. Go ahead and show your hand to the camera.
We've got... those.
Whoop. And for myself, that's what I'm working with. All right, kick us off.
Flooded Strand, sure go.
No crab on the first turn.
No crabs.
Draw a card. Here's a Marsh Flats. Pass turn. I don't really have much in the way of 1-drops, so... Not...
It'll be your turn. Flooded Strand will find a Watery Grave. Darkslick Shores.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna glimpse myself.
Sure. Yeah, after seeing Mill in Flashback for the last, 4 weeks, it's kind of weird to see a deck that's casting Mill cards against itself. But, wow, that was not very good.
That was horrible.
All you got is a Narcomoeba out of that.
We've lost both my visions.
Yep. And your land that does something later in the game. I'm gonna go ahead and crack this, go into 19, and I will fetch a Godless Shrine at the end of your turn. Untap. Draw a card. That seems pretty good. Let's go for a Concealed Courtyard. And... let's see what you're working with. Tide Hollow Sculler. Targeting you, of course.
Some lands.
You're the only opponent.
Bloodghast, Prized Amalgam, and a Snappy.
Honestly, I think the thing here I'm most worried about is Snapcaster Mage, because if you mill a Collective Brutality, that can be pretty brutal, and take down the Sculler anyway. So I think I'm going to take the Snapcaster Mage. And I think you're more likely to mill one of those than you are to draw it. So, pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Darkslick Shores. Attack you for 1 in the air.
I will take 1 in the air. Going to 18.
I'm going to cast the Prized Amalgam.
Sure.
Sure go.
He only comes in tapped when he comes back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Draw. That was aptly timed, I suppose. Here's a Swamp. And I think we'll go for a Cutthroat. Let's cut some throats. And also, because why not, a Kami of False Hope. I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Don't have very good attacks, so.
Attack for 4.
I think I'll just take 4. Going to 14.
I follow a Drown Yard.
Ooh, that's a sweet one.
And mill myself for 3.
Yeah, it didn't hit much.
No, it did not. Here go.
Draw a card. Well, I think that actually does it. Play Ghost Quarter. And I will cast an Enduring Renewal. So this is
Even the foil one.
Yeah, it's even the foil one. So this
and the
is
one with the proper wording.
Yeah, it's a very interesting card. So you play with your hand revealed. And if you would draw a card, reveal the top card of your library instead. If it's a creature card, put it into your graveyard. Otherwise, draw a card. And whenever a creature is put into the graveyard from play, return it to your hand. So that's the important bit here. Because now we can do something like this, where we're going to cast Walking Ballista. It dies immediately.
For 0.
Yes, for 0, of course. It dies immediately, because it's a 0/0. But this card makes it so it goes back to my hand. And since something died, I get to drain you for 1.
18.
And then you just keep doing this, so...
17,
Yeah.
16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11,
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah, so you basically keep doing that. I'm actually not going to... I'm not going to cast... Let's see here. I got... I want Kami of False Hope to kill you, so I'm going to leave you at 1.
Gonna leave me at 1?
And then I'm going to attack you for 1 with Kami of False Hope.
Dead.
Yeah! Alright. Well, I'm actually pretty happy that I got to show off that angle of it without having to face down some hand disruption really early. Because Collective Brutality, pretty brutal. Alright, so that was game 1, and we will see you in game 2. Alright, game 2. Go ahead and show your hand.
We've got... those.
Whoop. And for myself, kind of a strange collection of things, but we'll try it out. Kick us off.
Watery Grave tapped at your go.
All right, draw a card. I'll go for tap land of my own. Windbrisk Heights. Hideaway. Odds are never activating this. So in that sense, what do I actually want here? It's kind of tough. Because I probably will never be able to do this. Probably. And I might shuffle. We'll take this one. That was actually surprisingly tough.
Kinds of interesting choices. For
Yeah.
a card that's a little difficult to activate.
Pass turn. Well, it's not like when we were doing a test game, and the only time I got this card, it was like 3 lands and a spell. I'm like, well, that's not too hard.
Draw for turn. Really didn't want to see that off a draw.
I guess it's a Bloodghast or something, probably.
Polluted Delta going to 19. Gonna find a swamp.
Yep.
And glimpse myself.
Ah, alright. It's good so far. That was pretty reasonable.
Yeah, so we get an Archamoeba. But 2 Bloodghasts.
Yeah.
We've seen 2 glimpses, wow.
Yeah. Pretty
Enter
crazy.
go.
And untap. Draw a card. Oh, so many of those in this deck.
If only those could have been the other blue-black card.
Yeah. Here's an untapped Godless Shrine, going to 18. And I will cast a Tide Hollow Sculler. See what you're working with. Don't want that. Oh. Well, what are you at now?
11.
11? 19. So you could get to that, but that would be your turn. If you're breaking and then visions. So am I more scared of breaking than I am of visions? I guess you could also Ipnu River activate. That puts 4 in. I'm gonna take the visions, because I think it's the most intrinsically scary card.
Yeah, I'm really close to activating it, so...
It's past turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Although I could definitely see taking breaking there, also. Just to... Because otherwise your hand seems pretty slow, like casting a 2-mana 1/1 is not very good.
Play the Rivulet.
Yep. 2 Bloodghasts.
And tapping this for a blue.
Sure.
An 18. Breaking myself.
Yep.
Thinking now I should have done those in the other order.
Yeah. I guess you could have also left Watery Grave up. Not that it really matters, but...
Well, the black was actually for...
Yeah, I guess if you're going to do
Dermag
something
Angler.
anyway. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Since you took my draw cards, so...
Yeah. Problem is, I mean, if I ever have to chump block with this, you do get a pretty much a free Ancestral.
Just eat 6 lands.
Alright. Hefty fishy.
Attack you for 1.
17.
Turgo.
Draw a card. That one's okay. Also. Let's see here. Do you have a Bloodghast in there? Yes, you do. I cast a Blood Artist.
Yeah.
And I'm going to... I guess just actually... play an Isolated Chapel. Pass the turn. It's not great.
Untap. Draw for turn. Ghost Quarter.
Yep. Get old bloody.
Bloodghast.
Still not at 10, so it doesn't have haste quite yet. Although it might be soon.
So we can swing for 10.
Yeah. Just take it. I think I might. Yeah. I don't really want you to have an Ancestral. And I don't really want to lose a Blood Artist yet. So I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. Go to 7.
Enter go.
Oh, alright. Untap. Draw a card. Well, that doesn't do a lot. That much is true. I guess I could have a pretty sweet play here. You've got 2 cards in hand?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if that's very good, though. I guess it's okay. Okay. Play Plains. And we'll cast... Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. Yeah, I think I gotta do it this way. I had a really sweet play I could have done, but I'm at too low of a life total to do that. So I'm just gonna cast this Tide Owl Scholar.
In response, I'm going to flash in a Snapcaster Mage and give Visions of Beyond flashback. And you can have this Narcomoeba.
Yeah. Alright. And here's another Blood Artist. Yeah, I'll pass turn. I actually don't care, really, because this isn't doing much, but I was going to cast this, trigger on the stack, return it to my hand, and then just exile the card forever, because it has old wording.
But then it was an Narcomoeba, so...
Well, I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
You just kind of threw an Narcomoeba at me before I could say what I was going to do, but that's fine.
It worked out better for you, because you had to save it.
It's true.
End of your turn. Gonna pay the life to flash back my visions.
Sure. So what are you at?
Alright, I guess this gate came back on my end step.
Did it?
Yeah, because of the blood
Oh,
gas.
sure. Yeah. So what are you at now?
17.
Okay. You paid the life?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Untap.
Yeah, Hours of Charm doesn't do a lot
Draw for
with
turn.
no 0 drops. Turns out. I mean, I can destroy an Angler, but
Gonna mill
take
4.
5. That's not very good.
Not very exciting.
Yeah. Nothing too great. I do have to block everything, I think, though.
17.
Yeah. Pretty sure I have to block everything. Which kind of sucks. But that's the way it goes sometimes. So we will block Snapcaster Mage there. We will block with Blood Artist there. Just gonna put these into categories here.
Sure, so these two are blocked so far.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I gotta block everything. So I guess trade that with a Bloodghast and put this Blood Artist in front of Prize the Amalgam.
And then take 5.
So I would take 5 going to 2, and then all this junk happens, and I've got
This
a crap
dies,
ton of
and
triggers
this
to figure
dies.
out. So you lose 2 things, I lose everything.
So I lose 2 things, and so 4.
Yeah, well, but it might as well, because they see each other die anyway, right? So,
Yeah, but I'm gonna... Let's just take out the 2 that I died
okay,
first.
sure. So
that puts me to 13.
Sorry, that was
4.
4 total, yeah. So that puts me to 6. And then I would lose all 4 of these things. So
That's-
each one of these would see 4, so that's 8, right?
Yeah. Go to 5.
Go to 14. And then you get your Narcomoeba and your Visions back. And I lose these men. Still not in great shape, but did let me survive a little
16 cards, huh? Polluted Delta.
bit. Yep,
Trigger the Bloodghast.
you got it.
Crack that, going to 4. For an island.
So that lets you Visions. You also, I suppose, could have just Ghost Quartered one of your tapped lands. Grab an island that way.
And Narcomoeba.
Or do that. That works too.
Enter go.
Well,
we're just so close to the draw 3.
Yeah. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Against 16. Alright. Okay, untap. Draw a card. That's probably fine. Cutthroat. Ghost Quarter. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Go to combat.
Yep.
Swing. So 6, 8, 11, 16.
So block the angler, and before damage, I will Orzhov Charm, return the cutthroat to my hand. And all auras attached to it.
And all auras attached to it.
Which there aren't any. And then I will take 11, going to 3.
Rivulet.
Yep.
Gonna sack it to mill 4.
Sure. That's a good one. Ooh.
Even better.
Yeah.
That'll trigger that prized amalgam. But... Yep. $20. Good. I can, because this is still in the graveyard, I have 20.
That's actually pretty astounding.
Draw 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you still got this game, but it was actually close.
And yeah.
Oh, all right. I mean, what could I do here? I guess a rally off the top would still maybe do it. Probably not.
Depends. I
because I don't have any zeros either, though. That's the issue. Because I'm only at 3, and I can't block everything.
Enter go.
So I don't even think a rally off the top would do it, but we'll see what we get. Draw a card. That's a land. Well, here's that cutthroat again, and another ghost quarter. And that's all I got. Pass turn. Too bad. Too bad we never got to see you. Although this deck doesn't really tend to attack with 3 creatures, so...
Unless you're playing some weird creatureless combo deck.
Yeah.
Untap. Draw for turn.
I mean, you can get there, I guess, with Scullers if you're into that sort of thing, but...
Gonna tap for 2 blue.
Yeah.
I actually just gotta check before I...
Make sure you've got lands or something. I don't know what you're...
I believe I don't have any more islands, so I can't actually do it. Sad.
2 blue.
I
see.
Blue.
Yeah. You're gonna Cryptic.
But I don't actually have another island in the deck, so that's not gonna work.
Oh. That's too bad.
Though we can... Collective Brutality.
Alright.
Discarding 2 things to kill that, look at your hand, drain you for 2.
So, you see a land. That dies. I do gain 1 of those back, and you lose 1 of those, so you drain me for 1. I go to 2.
And then I go to 5.
Yeah. Yeah. And you obviously can't take that.
And... Swing.
I'm gonna feel like I did something, so I'm gonna Ghost Quarter your 2 basic lands. Because I like feeling like I did something. And I'll take all this.
Take all of that.
Under Windburst Kites was God of Passage. Probably forever was going to be under there, even if I would have won that game. Alright, so that was game 2, and we'll see you in game 3. Alright, game 3. I'm gonna show my hand. That's what I'm working with. Should be interesting. Go ahead.
And we've got... those.
Okay. So, I am once again going to lead off with the Windburst Kites. A little better in this position, because I don't really have 1s anyway. So it's not really costing me much. I think this one. I'll put these on the bottom like that. Pass turn.
Draw for turn? That's a horrible draw. Darkslick Shores.
What I like to hear, I guess.
And Crab.
Curb.
Sure go.
Curb's pretty good. Untap. Draw. Concealed Courtyard. And let's see... let's see your hand that apparently you had a bad draw. So, let's see what that was. Ooh. Yeah, none of those are too great.
I had 2 crabs, so having basically all of the 6 with the Narcomoeba seemed fine, but I drew one immediately, too.
So, letting you angle is pretty bad. So I'm going to take Angler.
Now crab, because crab is what would enable the Angler.
Yeah, but you could probably get there just with this one.
That's true, too.
I mean, fetch land off the top and you're there. Yeah, good.
Untap. Giraffe return.
Plus, a crab doesn't pressure me. It just
Crab.
makes you run a little more smoothly. And Narcomoeba was pretty good. Because that triggers an amalgam.
Which is surprising. I didn't think I'd see another one with drawing 2 already.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, sure go.
Alright.
I guess all the crabs wanted to stand together, too.
Apparently. Not sure what to do here. Not too sure what to do here. Play Ghost Quarter. And I'm gonna play Ballista on 1. And also
shoot down my Narcomoeba.
a Kami of False Hope. And I guess I have a pretty safe attack, so I'm gonna attack you for 2.
18.
And pass turn.
Untap. Giraffe return. That's pretty good. It's not a land, but it's like the next best thing. Collective Brutality.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Discarding these 2 Narcomoebas. So, kill that, look at your hand, drain you for 2.
Kill this, look at my hand, drain me for 2.
I guess you reveal first. In terms of orders of operation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably gonna crush me.
Yeah, we can take that rally from you.
And then this, and then I go to 18.
I go back up to 20.
Sure.
4.
Yeah. Need a land to start charging? Is that really my plan now? Is to just start charging? And shooting things slowly?
You did have the Orzhov charm, so you can rebuy that once.
That's true.
So you might have the time to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know the daddy angler is going to show up right away.
Yeah, there's that also. Think I'm gonna take this 4 and go to 14.
Enter go.
Well, that was the worst land I could have drawn.
Was it the second Windbrisk Kites?
Sure is. Man. Man! I'm never gonna get to that, though. For realsies. Never. Or am I? Well, sure. Okay, we'll take that one. Suddenly we're on a very weird, different game plan than I had originally thought we would be on. But, yeah.
Sometimes how it goes.
Apparently. So here is... Hangerback Walker on 1. And, yeah. I will pass the turn.
Untap. Giraffe return. Rivulet.
Yep.
We'll let the Hedron Crab triggers resolve before the Bloodghast.
Ooh. That's pretty good.
And then we get 2 Bloodghasts. I guess, no, he doesn't come back. Just one does.
Sure. Yeah. He obviously...
He was from the land, so he doesn't get the...
Yes. But those 2 Rotting Rats is pretty good.
Though I know what you have, and I'm not really afraid of it.
True. That's true.
So I think instead... We're going to pay the life, going down to 19, to glimpse myself.
Uh-huh.
No Narcomoeba to go with that prized amalgam. So sad.
Well, you can definitely get a big old giant dude.
4.
Take it. 10.
Big old giant dude.
Deal. I can't believe this might actually work. This is insane.
5, 6. Andrew, go.
Okay. This is gonna be really weird unless this is a white, untapped white source. Okay, it's not. So this is gonna be really weird.
Because when 3 creatures attack.
Yes. They don't have to deal combat damage, they just have to attack.
Yeah, before damage or anything.
Okay.
I'm really interested in what you have under there.
I think I have the win, actually.
Oh, no, is it actually an enduring?
Yeah, I just have to figure out how to... Okay, so...
Because you can attack with them, and then before even blockers, you can activate it.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm going to attack with these 3 things.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I'm not going to blockers yet. I'm going to tap this for white, and then I'm going to Ghost Quarter it. Fetching... This is insane, actually. Fetching a Plains. Comes in untapped, because that's what Ghost Quarter does. Oops. Okay, so I've attacked with 3 things, and I still have a white floating. So we use that floating white to activate this Windbrisk Heights, getting a Zulaport Cutthroat.
Oh,
and then we'll use this one, activating this one, to get an Enduring Renewal. Play with my hand revealed.
Oh, yeah, double those.
Yeah. And then... So, how do I do this here?
You ping this...
Well, I don't really have to. So I will ping... that Bloodghast, because it doesn't really matter, before damage.
Or Bloodghast.
And then, Enduring Renewal, this goes back to my hand, because it died. And I drain you for 1, going to 11.
18.
And then these go in.
I'm gonna eat him.
I'm gonna have him eat himself to prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn.
Ha! Hanger Backwalker doesn't do anything.
That's fine.
Probably doesn't matter.
Alright, and then on my second main phase, Walking Ballista for 0, and then I'll do the same loop from last time.
And you said Windbrisk Heights wasn't going to do anything.
I didn't think it would, honestly. I didn't think it would. Yeah, so...
needing the Ghost Quarter for your second white.
That was pretty absurd,
That was pretty great.
Not to mention I drew 2 of these, that's weird. But, yeah.
Like even if you didn't have the Zulaport activation, you could have just kept playing Kami until that point. So
yeah.
That was a pretty firm lock.
That was pretty good. Who needs to have the combo in your hand when you can have it under your lands? Okay, so I underestimated these. I apologize to the good people of Windbrisk for shitting all over your town. And, yeah. So, I'll do that 40 million more times, or at least until you hit 0.
Till I'm dead.
Okay. So that was this matchup. And, yeah, we'll see you next week for Flashback and I believe it's Patreon next week.
Yes.
So, that'll be the Friday video.
Boy.
That was incredible.
That was amazing.